President Trump set to hold his first campaign rally in months on Saturday in Tulsa, Oklahoma. The president tweeting just moments ago that almost 1 million tickets have already been requested, with the Bank of Oklahoma Center holding a little over 19,000 seats. Let's bring in Republican National Committee Chairwoman Ronna McDaniel. Ronna, good morning. Thanks for being here. What do we need to know about this? So first of all, there's a lot of conflicting numbers. So we're talking about how many have registered so far for this event?
Yeah, so people go online, they request tickets through the campaign. Obviously, it's first come, first serve. You've got to line up. I imagine we're going to start seeing those lines any day now. But what it says is the enthusiasm for this president is through the roof. It is higher than we've ever seen. We saw it yesterday for his birthday when we raised $14 million online. Now we're seeing it with this rally. And that is something that is being underrepresented in these polls. Joe Biden does not have enthusiasm as he sits in his bunker and hides from the American public. And the second the president said, I'm going to get out there, you've seen this massive request for people to come to this rally.
But hold on. So why keep accepting the registrations if it's first come, first serve? There's just over 19,000 seats available. What do you plan to do with all these people?
So there'll be events outside, there'll be screens. I think there's going to expand into the convention center for more capacity. But yeah, we want everybody to be engaged and come, and we're going to make places for them to be able to watch this historic event, see the president, and it's an opportunity for Trump supporters to get together and talk about how we're going to all go out and work in November, knock our neighbors' doors. It's how we get a lot of our volunteers online. So it's a great opportunity to organize the campaign as well.
Obviously, in normal times, I wouldn't get into the nitty-gritty about all these details, Ronna, but this is obviously happening in COVID-19 times, and Oklahoma is seeing an uptick in cases right now. And the editorial board on the major newspaper is saying this morning, wrong time, wrong place. Please reconsider. Are there any plans to reconsider, considering we're talking about now an uptick in cases, not just there, but nationwide? And should people wear masks that are attending the event?
You know, the difference between how Republicans have been handling this and Democrats is Democrats are saying we're going to shut down our states. We're not going to allow you to make decisions for yourself and your own health. And I think we're far enough along now that if people have underlying conditions, they're not going to go to a rally like this. People will bring masks if they feel like it's necessary. The campaign has said they're going to take health precautions. I imagine we'll hear more about that in the coming days. But it is interesting to see how we weren't hearing about this during the protests last week, when thousands and thousands of people, and especially with the African-American community that has been disproportionately affected by this, and you saw Democrat mayors and Democrat governors out there with these protesters, not talking about PPE, not talking about the health and safety. So it's funny that now that we're having a Trump rally and we're bringing people out to celebrate their nominee for their party, all this scrutiny is coming upon this. We're going to put the health and safety of the individuals coming first and foremost, and we're going to make sure this is a great event.
Okay, but to end on that note, masks are not required at the event.
I'm not planning the event, so we'll hear from the campaign how that's going. But I think masks will be optional, and people will be able to wear them if they bring them or want them. You know, the American people can make decisions for themselves. We're all pretty informed about COVID at this point.
All right. Well, Larry Kudlow, the president's economic advisor, suggested people should wear masks at the event. So we'll see much more comes out of that. We know that people have to sign a disclaimer when they do register to attend the event. Ronna, I want to finish up with asking you about these campaign fundraising numbers, just out with a new record announcement. What